Yes.
That didn't really answer my question, but how are you today? Are you having a good day?
Good is a relative term.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's your day?
What's 10? Give me an example of a 10.
A 10 is an absolute best day you've ever had. And
Yeah.
a 1
Best
is
I've ever had or best possible?
best you've ever had. And today, and
Today's not the best day I've ever had.
Okay, so we'll just keep it at that.
Sorry to hear that.
Not a bad day, just not the best I've ever had.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Is it your fault? Why are you apologizing? Just something to do with it?
I just felt like saying sorry.
Did you try to create a bad day for me?
Mr. Johnson, how is everything with your family?
My family?
Yeah.
Everything. Well,
Just
my mom is doing fine, but
Okay.
she has a bad hip. She's 74 years old.
Okay.
She's living on her own in a little apartment, and she's got to go up the steps.
How are you
My
and Miss
dad
Helson specifically?
is doing
Mr.
pretty
Johnson?
good. Huh?
How are you and Miss Helson specifically?
Yeah.
Fine. How are we? Define, what do you mean, how are we?
How is your marriage? Are you all? I mean, it's been 25 years. Is that how long?
No,
How long?
it's been 20 years.
20 years.
We've
All
been
right.
together for 25.
There you go. Well, that's a long time. That's, yeah, you all must really love
Well, it's
each
not a
other.
long time on a cosmic scale, but there have
Well,
been people that have married
you
a
know,
lot
for
longer.
This day and age, it's a long time. I think that's safe to say. 25 years is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on to the investigation, we want to just give you another chance to clarify your story.
And
Where
since I'm new, we're gonna have you
basically
yeah,
re-say everything.
reiterate a few things. So
Yeah.
just don't get frustrated.
And for the camera. So, yeah, we appreciate if you don't get frustrated. Where were you on Friday, March 27th, around 4 p.m.?
27th or 26th?
27th.
Is that a Friday?
Friday, yeah.
What time?
Around, basically after school.
Around 4 p.m.
4 p.m., basically, yeah. 4 p.m.
El Toro.
El Toro? Okay. Now, Mr. Johnson, is there any way that you can prove that you were at El Toro? Because we just want to give you a chance to make
If
sure
you
can
gave
prove
me a
that.
chance to look up receipts, credit card receipts, I didn't pay at 4 o'clock, but you'll see that I paid around that time.
Okay.
So the credit card reports will show that I was there.
So you say that you were not in the building or anywhere near the Eastern High School around 4 o'clock?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. What is your relationship with Geronimo?
Didn't know him.
Didn't know him?
Nope.
Okay.
Are you aware that your wife knew him?
Not beyond any, not beyond a name recognition level.
Okay, so she never said anything about. Okay. Well, I don't know if you two shared your opinions on students.
We do.
You do? Just not J-Ron
Not
specifically?
anything that I know
Okay.
about. We're married. That means I don't listen to her. I
Now,
think I've stayed together for 25 years.
have you ever taken Percocet, Mr. Johnson?
No.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. I did have a vasectomy about 13 years ago,
Okay.
and I was on painkiller. I don't know if it was Percocet or not.
Okay. According to our toxicology report, Mr. Johnson, you tested positive for Percocet. Can you please explain to us why that is?
Mistake in your test.
Science
Error.
doesn't lie, Mr. Johnson.
I'm sorry?
Science doesn't lie.
No, but it is incorrect. Mistakes
not
can't be
incorrect.
made.
It's not incorrect.
So you're saying mistakes cannot be made.
I'm saying mistakes can be made, but I'm
So
telling
there you go.
there
So
are
they
no
can
mistakes
be
in our
made,
forensic
but they
lab.
can be made.
They can be made, but I'm telling you there was
There
no
you go.
mistake.
You asked for an explanation. I gave you a reasonable explanation.
And it's not true.
Is there any
How do you
possible
know?
reason you'd be positive for Percocet?
This is the
Pardon?
time
Is there
to.
any possible reason, like
This is-
anything at all, that would make you test positive?
Yes,
for
this is the
Percocet?
time to kind of, if you have anything you need to put on the table, this is the time to come clean and make sure that you can give it to us, so you don't have put yourself like in a deeper hole.
Deeper hole
Yes.
than what?
Then
Let me explain the situation, Johnson. Your alibi just doesn't
Just for the
check out.
record, your
Yeah.
gravitas and drama is only
Oh.
lessened by the animal skin purse.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
You weren't quite as intimidating as you wanted to be with a purse strapped in your face.
Well, I'm not trying to be intimidating, Johnson. I'm just trying to get to the facts. Now, the situation is your alibi doesn't check out because we have you signed in, we have multiple eyewitnesses, and we have.
Who are the eyewitnesses?
I can't.
we're not gonna.
Yeah, I can't disclose that
We're not gonna
information.
disclose.
Then I don't
our
believe you have eyewitnesses.
We do have eyewitnesses.
You're
We
lying.
with all due respect, Mr. Johnson, we don't care if you believe that. We have
I don't
facts.
care if you care.
We have your bloody footprints,
I think you're just
Now we
trying.
have your handprint
Look,
at the
if
crime
you're the
scene.
prosecution, it is your job to get a conviction.
which we will.
End of story. It doesn't matter who did it or who didn't. You're just in it for the win.
Yes, Johnson.
Your
and-
job is to find somebody to pin it on.
Now, Johnson, let me tell you, the evidence we have, I guarantee you, when we take you to trial, you will be convicted and you will be serving the maximum sentence.
Probably not,
Which
because
is-
I doubt if it actually
This is
get to
about
trial.
a first-degree murder, so you're looking at death penalty or life without parole. Now, I'm going to make it easier on you if you make it easier on me.
Ah, that
Okay.
technique. The
That-
good cop. So you're doing good cop?
Oh, no, I'm just telling you how it
Okay,
is.
so you're playing bad cop.
I'm not a bad cop.
So you're a good cop.
I'm not.
Mr. Johnson,
You're
we
not a
do
good cop.
we do the questioning here, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
So in other
this-
words, you're not a good cop.
I am a good cop.
Okay,
I'm not playing the good cop.
so who's playing the good cop? Because that's the technique. Make
This
it
is not
easier
the
for me, so we can make it easier on you.
Now, listen, Johnson.
You watch too many TV shows.
All right, listen. So here's the deal. If you fully cooperate with us,
You're offering
I
a
will-
deal
Yes, I'm
without
offering
a lawyer.
deal. Yes. All right. If you fully cooperate with us, I'll talk to the DA and see if we can get life with parole or even a reduced sentence. If you don't, you will be serving the maximum sentence, and there's
You
nothing
don't
we can
know
do
that.
about that. Oh, the evidence we have guarantee you, the jury will convict you.
How do you
I
know
guarantee
that?
you that.
How do you know that?
Because
Mr.
evidence clearly implicates
No, because
you
you're
at
trying
the
to
crime scene.
intimidate me.
Mr.
You're
Johnson-
trying to
Because,
scare me into a confession.
You lied to me. You said you were at El Toro, but your
You lied to me.
footprints
You
and
said
your
you were a good
handprints
cop.
are at the crime scene. How do
Mr.
you explain
Johnson,
that?
what my colleague is trying to say is that if there's anything you need to come clean about, or if there's anything that you regret saying, now is the time to do that, so
I
we can
regret
see
nothing.
so that we can see what's
You
best
regret
for
nothing.
you.
There's nothing I need to lay on the table.
There is nothing at all.
Nothing.
Okay.
All right,
Can
well,
you-
can we just get back to the facts that we have? Like, can we just ask
Back
you a
to-
few questions
Okay.
about different things rather than hostility going through everything? We found at the crime scene a grocery list underneath the dead body of Geronimo.
What was on the list?
Do you know? Do you have a picture?
It was just a grocery list.
It was a
Typical
grocery list.
Doesn't matter what
items.
was
Such
on it.
as, sure it does.
Beans, stuff, just like general ingredients.
General grocery list.
Okay.
Okay, and our crime lab concluded that the handwriting on that grocery list matches your handwriting directly.
Okay.
Would there be any specific reason that your handwriting were to be under the body of a dead teenager?
My handwriting or handwriting that's similar to mine?
Your handwriting.
It was
handwriting.
No.
matched to yours.
No, there would be no reason why my handwriting would be under the body of a dead person.
Do you ever remember writing a grocery list?
I write grocery lists every week.
Do you have
So
one that
yes,
with
I
your-
remember writing a grocery list. I'm 45 years old. I go to the grocery like a big boy.
Do you have one with you right now?
No.
Okay.
I go to the grocery on Sundays.
Do you know why it would be under Geronimo? Do you think somebody stole the grocery list or somebody took it?
I'm saying it's not my list.
Well, the handwriting says otherwise.
Again,
Again, what?
like I told the other group.
What other group?
Yeah, that's right. I broke character a little bit. I have a very standard handwriting style. Anybody that's ever had a technical drawing class learned how to write a very similar handwriting. Everything all caps. My fathers and my brothers all have the exact same handwriting because we learned how to print. Everything's in print, everything's all caps
It was-
because of the technical drawing education that we had.
It was matched to nobody else besides you.
I'm sorry?
It was matched to nobody else besides
So
you.
you
If
tested
we-
every other person
yes.
on the
Yes.
planet,
Yes. Science does not lie, Mr. Johnson.
but science can be wrong, and you just lied because you didn't compare it to everybody else.
Mr. Johnson,
You
please,
compared it to just the people on your list.
please, Mr. Johnson, we're trying to help you.
No, you're trying to convict me. That's not helping me.
No, a jury's going to convict you, Johnson. We're just trying to figure out
Jury's
the
not
truth.
here yet. You're trying to convict me, not help me.
Let's just move on.
Apology accepted.
There was no apology.
It's called sarcasm.
I understand.
Then why did you
I was
state the
sarcastic.
obvious? Not very well, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, besides the grocery list, which you conclude is inconclusive, or is not conclusive evidence of you being at the crime scene at
Yes.
all, we have a lot of other pieces of evidence that would put you directly at the crime scene.
Okay.
We have a large bloody handprint above the door that matched your handprint
What door?
in the fourth floor stairwell where the
How to
body.
get over a door?
I'm not sure. You tell me.
No, why would I touch a door?
Why would you
Check
Like
have
it
it
over,
there.
like over a door?
I don't know. Maybe you not.
You don't know where it is?
Do you know where it is?
It's above the door?
Above a door.
I mean, it's your handprint. You tell me how it got there.
I have no idea.
Well, how do you explain
Did I
it?
kill him in
it's
the air?
your handprint.
Was he
You should
killed
know
in
where
the
your hands
air?
have been, Mr. Johnson.
Huh?
You should know where your hands have been.
I do know where my hands have been.
And so
And
how
they
did
weren't
it get
anywhere near
there?
that crime scene.
All right. What about the bloody footprint that was there? How did that get there?
Shoe print, by the way. Shoe print, not footprint. Shoe print.
Shoe print.
Shoe print.
I am sure somebody else have shoes similar to mine.
The same shoe, the same size, everything exactly like yours.
That was
I'm gonna-
walking through Eastern High School that day.
Could be.
And
Do
a
you-
pile of blood.
Could be.
Do you think Geronimo is so smart to actually try to frame you for that?
Don't know him. I don't know him at all. I don't know if he's smart or dumb.
Well, if you didn't know him at all, then he would have no reason to try to frame you.
Thus
So-
making the
I never
footprint
said he did.
probably
I don't
yours.
know.
Oh no, but we're just coming up with any possible reason that you would not be at the crime scene.
Good, because I wasn't at the crime scene.
So-
So if you come up with any possible reason for me not to be there, then that would.
But there's no possible reason for you not to be there, considering you didn't know him. He had no motive. He had no malice toward you. You had no malice toward him, since you.
So
could-
what's the? So why would I kill him?
Maybe he had. Maybe he said something you didn't like. Maybe there was another person involved. We're not sure.
But again, what would my motive be? I don't know him. He doesn't. What's the? What's the motivation?
That's what we're trying to find out,
Yeah.
Johnson.
There is none.
All
There
right.
was no motive. There
Another
was no
piece of
killing.
evidence. We found your hair and fiber on J-Ron's shirt. If you've never met him before, how did that get there?
Does he go to school here?
Yes, he does.
What was his schedule?
Let's see. Schedule. Here. Take a look at that.
Read it out loud for the camera, please.
Yes.
English 1, K. Brindley. Physics, W. Cox. Civics, D. Farrell. Chemistry, J. Thompson. Business Economics, J. Adams. HSP Principles of Management, W. Morgan. Peer Tutor, L. Peak. I have been in Mr. Brindley's room. I've been in Mr. Cox's room. I've been in Mr. Thompson's room. I've been in Miss Adams' room. And I've been in Mr. Morgan's room. Is there any way possible that there was a hair on a chair from me being in there? He sat on the chair and the hair got in his shirt.
Were you in those rooms on March 27th?
Could have been.
Could have been?
Could have been the day before. They do not do thorough scrubbing of all hair every day. We have a limited cleaning staff at night. They do the best they can, but I don't think they scrub chairs.
All right, how can your hair and fiber be on the murder weapon itself, the wrench? So, you tell me that.
I don't know.
Well,
Mr.
Johnson, I'm trying to
Johnson,
get-
again, if there's something that you need to reveal to us, now is the time.
I'll reveal you're full of crap.
Johnson, just to let you know, obstruction of justice is a crime, so you're going to be charged with a crime regardless.
How am I
If you come
obstructing
clean-
justice? How am I obstructing justice if I
Because
didn't
you
do
lied
it?
about your alibi. Because those footprints, your handprint, those hair and fiber would not be there.
And they're
unless
all
you were
plausible
there.
explanations. All plausible explanations for being that.
Not very good explanations.
Plausible.
Plausible, but not.
Very, if we're talking in terms of probability, very low probability
Look,
of those events that you stated happening.
all the reasonable doubt. All a lawyer's gotta
Reasonable
prove
doubt.
is reasonable
What
doubt.
you've provided is just
Reasonable doubt.
Very
All a
unreasonable
lawyer has
doubt.
to do is reasonable doubt.
All right, let's talk about Miss Helson. Were you aware that Miss Helson knew J-Ron?
Beyond a cursory knowledge of his existence, I don't know of any relationship or of any relationship.
Has Miss Helson been in contact with another teacher more recently?
Define contact.
Talking to the person.
Talking.
Yeah.
Define talking.
Any form of communication.
Any form of communication.
Talking, texting.
Be more specific.
Mr. Johnson, you know what we're trying to get at here.
No, I want to make sure that I know exactly what you're asking so I answer it accurately. Are you hinting that she's having an affair?
We are not hinting that, Mr. Johnson.
That's why I want to know, what do you mean contact?
Communication
Increase
in the
more than
building.
normal?
Communication in Easton High School.
So,
With another
is there
faculty
another
member.
teacher that she has talked to more recently?
Yes.
More
Than she did
than
before.
than she did before?
Yes.
I do not know the relative quantity of communication between her and every other teacher in this building. Therefore, I could not determine if there